Alright, welcome back to our series of tutorial, and we want to continue with part C, part 11, I think D, right? And it says creating repository, creating repository. Good. And under creating repository, we're going to create a repository, create repository interface. Okay, this is an interface. What is repository? We checked on the meaning of repository here, that in Spring Boot, repository is used to manage data persistence and retrieval or retrieval, which is which. So let me write it here. Yes. And maybe increase the font or do something that will make it bold. So this is the meaning of repository. So please, if you want to understand what happened, go back to the structure. This is the structure, and can you see a package here called repository? Then you create a tutorial, a class called what? Tutorial repository. But this class is an interface, it's not a class. Can you see I here?
Yes, sir.
Can you see I? It is not a class. Okay? So that's what we do. This is what the explanation all about here. It says let's create a repository to interact with the tutorial from database. In repository package, create tutorial repository. So we should have a package called what? Repository. So please let's create a package here. Sorry, I'm fast, a bit fast. On the default package, you right click and click on new, and then move to what? Package. Then you create what? Something called repository. Are we there? Can you see repository? Then you right click on repository, go to new, and create what? A class. But this time around, it's not a class we're creating, rather what? An interface. Now you give it name tutorial repository interface to tutorial repository. Can you see your interface here? Can you see I here, please?
Yes.
And then there's an icon. So it is an interface. Interface on its own, or interface, I forgot to discuss this with you. I know you know interface. Interface is one of the ways of implementing what we call abstraction. You know, in Java, to implement abstraction or abstract classes, in abstraction, you need two different things. You need either an interface or what? An abstract class. Yes, that's good. These are the two ways of implementing an interface. Abstraction. So here it says that you should create an interface called what? Tutorial, and then you extend the tutorial with this class called JPA repository. Extending means you should inherit JPA repository. That's why here you see something extends JPA repository. Okay, and then you state the name of your entity here, and then the variable, the data type for your first variable in the entity. So you now say extends JPA. Where is it? So you now say extends. Can you see extends JPA? JPA what? Repository. Please, can you see this JPA repository comes from where? Out the Spring framework, the data, the JPA repository. Right? The JPA repository, can you recall that we have included a dependency called JPA?
Yeah.
Alright, so this now it aids you in querying your database. Alright, you are not going to be the one writing the queries. But then you need to introduce your entity here, and the entity here is tutorial. Yes, tutorial from model. Can you see? Tutorial from model. Tutorial from mini project from model. Okay. Then lang. That's all. Based on what I'm seeing from you, we need to stop here because I think you need explanation here. We'll continue tomorrow, and thank you for watching.